Good evening, people out there. This is your old friend, the nefarious archfiend, the Prince of Darkness himself, Uncle Chucky, who has a cough tonight, so it's going to sound weird. And at the other end, who hopefully does not have a cough, is Dr. Boulder, otherwise known as Brad. So, how are you tonight, Brad?
I'm doing good, doing good. I'm a little riled up about a certain thing going on over in the UK that we discussed earlier. But other
Yeah,
than that, yeah, I tell you, this Tommy Robinson guy, I know that we don't like, we got enough problems in our country, but yeah, what they're doing to this guy, that's just downright
yes, I
fascinating.
know. I wish the Brits would acquire some backbone and deal with their problems.
Exactly. Well, I'll tell you what, speaking of, and we have quite a few fans over there in the wonderful UK. Have you got any
Yes.
suggestions as to what they could do with their machines to possibly help old Tommy Boy out?
I can think of some things, yes. Uh, I mean, I don't know how good a condition the judge's immune system is in these days. Um, yeah, um, but
I mean, they're arresting this guy because basically he is,
I know, I've seen it. Yeah, because
well,
he has a bad habit of telling the truth, and they don't like the truth over there.
yeah, he's just exposing some group
I
of
know. Well,
pedophiles from a
there are
certain.
any number of ways it could be done. One of them, of course, is the good old fashioned 2 minutes hate. Uh,
Oh, that sounds like Big Brother, but go ahead.
yeah, so you turn it around.
Yeah, I mean, if you were to set
And
up
you
an operation,
broadcast it. I mean, that can be done. I mean, except like whatever their 3 o'clock in the morning is 9 p.m. our time, at least
okay,
my time,
right, right,
Central Standard Time,
right.
Central Daylight Time, would be 3 o'clock in the morning there because we're 6 hour different from
Hmm.
me there. So basically, what you would do is you would, take a photograph of somebody over there that you're very annoyed about at specifically, not about but at, and then just start doing hate, 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 and broadcasting that to the whole population of Britain,
Yeah, I think they're starting to feel that way anyway.
and just let it build up, and let them do their own work because frankly, it's their country, it's their problem.
Yes,
Uh, you know,
yeah,
And we
yeah,
may have our feelings about it, but god damn it, we can't go solving everybody else's problem in the world.
yeah. We got basically the same problem
I
over
mean, what are we
here.
supposed to do? Invade England now?
Well, that kind of steps into what I was thinking. There's three things that make a country, and I stole this from Michael Savage, the radio uh, commentator. Anyway, it's three things that make up a country. It's borders, language, and culture.
Nope. Three things make a country:
What's that?
borders, government, armies.
Oh, okay. Well, I what about
You don't
okay?
need that other stuff. We've never had a common culture in this country ever. And language, you ever try to understand someone from central Alabama?
Oh, I understand them just fine. You may have a problem,
I
but
can't understand a word they say. So no, we've never really even had a common language. No, what makes a country is borders because you have to define it, government because you have to run it, and armies to keep the borders there and keep the government there. And that's what makes it a country. The other
okay,
stuff doesn't matter.
okay. Well, I mean, again, we're having the same problem they're having. We've been invaded. We're being invaded constantly.
Yeah, I know we have to do something about that. And I have some ideas about that, but I'm not sure I want to put them on the air.
Yeah, I mean, I got a friend of mine who was born in Britain, and he flew over there about I guess it was 2 or 3 years ago, and he and a good friend of his, a childhood friend, they were just walking down the main street of London. They were talking to themselves, and then they looked at each other and they realized they were the only two in that entire street that was speaking English.
Well, here's the thing. Britain is in the UK is kind of an interesting case. When they set up the Commonwealth, because they got rid of their empire,
Hmm.
the empire was too much work and too much money. So they set up this thing called the Commonwealth, the British Commonwealth. It's butter
Right,
stutter.
right.
And they had a provision in it that anyone from a Commonwealth country could move to Britain.
Okay.
Well, the Commonwealth countries, let's be honest, some of them were shitholes, like Canada.
Yeah.
I, so, okay, I'm having fun. I'm having fun. But seriously, some of them are really, And anyone could move to Britain. So, of course, are you going to stay in some place where you don't want to, or are you going to go someplace where you think it might be better?
I mean, are you including like colonies at the time? I mean, like say for example, when India was a colony, that kind of thing. I mean,
Yeah,
they.
India technically is a member of the British Commonwealth,
Yeah, I
which
mean
is
that's.
fascinating because right now India could squash England like a bug.
Yeah, and I think the common language in India is English. That
Oh,
I mean, if you
and there's a very good reason for that.
yes,
There are 750,000 languages in India.
yeah.
If they were not to be speaking English, no one would be able to be understanding each other. And my
And it,
friends in India are going to have a fit.
well, they know it's the truth. Well, get over it. Yeah.
30 years in the Theosophical Society, you acquire an Indian accent whether you want it or not. At least you can understand it. But
Yeah.
yeah, but that's the simple case. It's a common language because there are so many local dialects.
Yeah. I mean, the British impact on India, I guess, would include their government too, their form of government they use to this day. Is that correct or no?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know much about the Indian government. I know that they have this one political party where everybody runs around like they're selling ice cream. But otherwise, I have no idea what they do. They would. Uh,
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a surprisingly, I mean, these people are super intelligent. I mean, they really are. I mean, you come to this country, and most of them are doctors in this country.
well, they are. Yeah, they are. They're, the truth. But India is like any other country. You can have people who are super intelligent and people who can't find somebody else's butt crack with both hands.
Okay, yeah, those are the ones that work at 7-Eleven. Okay, gotcha. All
So,
right.
yeah, you can't generalize about people. It's like here. We have
Right.
some people who are very brilliant, and we have some people who are in Washington.
Yes, exactly,
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, there's a couple of females that I really am not particularly fond
I'm
of.
not keen on just about anybody there right now.
Oh yeah. Well,
I just
like
think I went,
yeah, it is. You realize just how big of a.
if
You're
I
talking
were
about.
70 years old, I'd take over.
Mm, oh,
I'd get
geez.
this country running. Right?
Yeah. I mean, it's just
The
it's
biggest problem this country has, we've got too many people.
yeah. I mean, here's what
Our optimum population in this country is 200 million. We have 330 million.
yeah, and
We
how
have
many?
got to get rid of 130 million people. Now, what is
Well,
the
just
most efficient way to get rid of 130 million people?
ship them back to Mexico.
We don't have that many. No, I no. The most efficient way to get rid of 330 million people is you fight a nuclear war.
Oh, okay.
So we get down to, we fight our nuclear war. We're down to a reasonable population again. Everything is happy, and we don't have any more competition in the rest of the world. It
Yeah,
works out.
yeah. The next.
Okay, so there's a little background radiation, a little more global warming, but global warming is a good thing. Anything that gets rid of winter here is a good thing. Uh,
Okay.
you know, it works.
Okay. Oh man. I know I'll never run for office. All I think I do is do some
I
of these
didn't say anything
podcasts, and
for
I'm
office.
ruined. Huh?
I didn't say anything about running for office. I said about taking office.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, but
But I
it's better to
turn
be.
everyone into zombies. They won't have any other choice but to vote for me.
Yeah, well, it's better to be the power behind the throne than the throne itself.
Well,
I'm
let's
just.
work.
Yeah, I know. And let them throw the rotten eggs at him. I mean, I'm gonna be in the back room, playing my next little, little
Well, I'll tell
scenario
the
here.
truth. I had my time in politics when I was young. I don't even want to be in a back room. I didn't want to be a part of it.
Oh, really? Oh, you were working for McGovern? Just
No,
kidding.
Nixon.
Oh, good for you. Good for you. You know, Nixon
My
actually.
first, my first political campaign was 1968, campaigning for Richard Nixon. I was too young to vote, but I was campaigning for Richard Nixon.
Oh, geez. I tell you, when you look at some of the shenanigans that have been pulled by, presidents in the last 20 years,
How
and,
about the founding of the republic?
oh, God. I mean, this guy was he was a choir boy. This guy was a saint compared to some of these assholes.
I know. Yeah, I mean, but this is politics. This is politics. And in 1978, when I was asked to run for the state senate, which would have been a throwaway candidacy,
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way I could possibly. My own mother wouldn't have voted for me, which would
Yeah,
have
that's the
been
point.
nothing.
You
I
have a
wouldn't have
valid
got my
point.
mother's vote, but that's beside the point. It
Right.
was just, you know, but I was looking at my life at that time and the things what I was aiming for and everything, and knowing what goes on in politics, having been in it long enough, I said, no, thank you.
Yeah, yeah, that's probably a smart move. But have you noticed how some of these guys will go into office, like Congress, Senate, whatever, and they're basically penniless. They have no money. They're making like a congressman makes like $175,000 a year. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's good money, but he's living in Washington D.C.,
Not
which
in
is
DC,
probably
it ain't good money.
yeah, in Washington
It
D.C.
gets it gets you a nice one room uh, studio apartment in the ghetto.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And then they come out of office in 2 or 4 years, and they're multimillionaires. I wonder how that happened.
It just works that way.
Oh, and did you know that it's perfectly legal for, I think, a congressman and a senator to do insider trading? In other words,
Of
finding out
course it
something.
is. Everything
Yeah,
is.
I mean,
If you
yeah,
are a senator, everything is legal.
yeah. You and I pull that crap, and we're in a federal penitentiary.
Only if you get caught.
Mm.
And if the prosecutors don't keep just dropping dead before the gets to trial. And,
Yeah, point taken. Point taken.
remember who we are, remember what we experiment with.
I,
If
I,
we wanted to, we could, but, it's work.
yeah. And if we did, we wouldn't say anything
It's
about
work.
it. Yeah. It's work for real
I
style.
retired. It's work. I don't want to do work.
Oh, jeez.
I
But
spent out. Listen, I spent outside today with my stepson in the hot sun, bending over a car engine, watching him try to replace, or succeeding ultimately, replacing a thermostat in a car that never should have been built by whatever built it.
Oh, geez. And where was the thermostat located? Was it like located between the hose and the radiator, or is it located somewhere underneath the engine? I mean,
Somewhere between a hose and the engine. But you had to take off a bunch of stuff to get at it. And there were screws that didn't cooperate, and there's always things that don't cooperate. So
right.
on paper, it looked like this thing is easy. In
Yeah.
practice, it isn't. Oh,
Oh,
no, it isn't. No, no, no. Uh, and so, it's like one of those days, my God, I don't want to think about work.
oh
Any
yeah.
type of work.
Oh yeah. I remember when I went through that problem with Old Faithful when she was having a heating problem, and yeah, I changed the entire cooling system from the radiator to the hoses, back into the engine block, including rebuilding the head. And like I said, it's it was very, I would say,
It's time
it
consuming.
is time consuming and aggravating.
It's labor intensive, and nothing is ever quite where it is supposed to be. There is a reason. There is a reason why, if you drive down the highway, every car that's broken down on the highway is American made.
I've seen a few Korean ones.
Yeah, but not many. It's
Yeah,
American made. Because, to be honest, the workers that put them together. Mm-hmm.
yeah. It's kind of like smoke them if you got them out there in the assembly line. Yeah.
Yeah, essentially, and then the engineers aren't much better.
Oh God.
Okay.
I. Oh man. Oh yeah. I remember they were doing some kind of little undercover thing about auto employees, and they called a bunch of them during their lunch hour. They're off, company property, but they were in this little parking lot somewhere, and they were drinking and smoking an illegal substance.
Well,
Uh,
that's just normal for that class of people.
yeah, I mean, they just got
I
finished
mean,
doing.
these are the kind of people who work in auto factories.
Oh,
Okay, you know,
oh God.
yeah.
Henry Ford wouldn't have tolerated that. He really wouldn't have. I mean, Henry Ford, the guy that really started, mass production. I mean, got it, down to a science.
And if he could saw what he created, he would have shot himself.
He said, "I wish I had damn robots."
Exactly. Yeah. Done.
Oh man. Oh, funny thing about Henry Ford. You know why all the Model Ts were painted black?
Because it was the cheapest paint they could find.
Well, besides that, it was the fastest drying paint they had at the time. They figured,
It could be. I mean,
yeah,
I think it was simply a question of cheap and efficient. And
yeah, yeah. You can have any color you want to as long as it's black.
once
Yeah,
you got the car, you got your own paint
yeah.
brush and, had fun with it. But
Oh
of course,
God.
it's a funny thing. People didn't think that way. Talk about culture.
Uh huh.
How cultures change.
Right. No shit.
People would buy like a Model T or a Model A Ford, and it would come in black, and they would keep it black.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
Nobody in that period thought of customizing a car.
Yeah. Well, one thing I loved about those cars is if you were a quote unquote shade tree mechanic, if you knew anything about farm machinery, you probably had enough.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
How
Yeah,
to fix it.
those vehicles were very easy to work on. Hell, the cars in the '60s were easy to work on.
Oh, that's no joke. You're right. You're absolutely correct.
I mean, I had my 1967 Mustang. I always did my own work on that,
Oh,
unless
yeah.
it was something I didn't have the physical strength to do.
Right. Right. Right.
I
Yeah.
remember one time after I come home from grad school, and I was still living at home, and my father came home from work to find me under the Mustang. And he said, we didn't pay for you to go to college or grad school to be an auto mechanic.
Right. Right.
And I said to him, no, I had to learn that on my own.
Oh man. Hey, but at least I mean, if you could fix one of these things, anybody could. I'm just saying, Chuck. I mean,
It's
yeah.
absolutely true. Anybody could. As long as you have the physical strength to do certain things, okay?
Right.
Because physical strength has never been my forte. But that doesn't mean anybody could. I remember one Sunday morning, my father trying to change the oil in one of the cars.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
He got this strange idea we should save money by doing our own oil changes. And that was my father
Yeah.
trying to change the oil and trying to figure out how to put the silencer for the gun into the in where
Oh, the secret compartment.
No, my dad did not know that an oil filter would make a good gun silencer, but that's beside the
Note to self, they actually do. I've seen it on YouTube.
Yeah, they do.
Anyway, yeah, yeah, yeah.
But it was just funny. He was trying to figure out how to get the oil filter in.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
It really was a disaster.
Oh, geez.
Now here we're talking about a man who could strip down and set up an automatic screw machine.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Very complicated piece of
machine. No joke. I agree. Mm-hmm.
And he couldn't figure out how to change the oil in a car.
Oh, it was probably the oil wrench that got it, or the filter wrench that got it.
And here's the thing. I mean, he knew all about oil. I mean, those machines eat the damn stuff.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but the tricky thing about the filter wrench is that you have to flip it over if you're going to turn it in the opposite direction. I'm just saying, that might have
But it was just genuinely funny. I mean,
yeah. Yeah. Well, hey, your dad sounded like he was a really good guy.
He was. He was.
Yeah.
How he put up with my mother, I have no idea.
I wasn't thinking about your mother. I was thinking about you. But what?
Yeah, my mother. Well, the less said, the better. The better for hell that hath her.
Oh God. Oh geez. Sigmund Freud would have a field day with you. But
I will tell you, Sigmund would, because according to Sigmund's theories, I should have turned out gay.
Well, it's obvious that you're not.
Yes, it's obviously I'm not.
I mean, but
Sigmund. Hey, Sigmund. What about Uncle Chuckie?
Yeah. You're straight, but it's a strange kind of straight. Anyway.
Very strange, but straight. Yeah.
Yeah, to me it is. I mean, to you, it's common.
To me, it's perfectly normal. To me, you're strange.
Oh, thanks. Just for being okay. Yeah, I just. Oh well, I kind of believe the old-fashioned way before they.
I know. Well, I'm not.
Yeah, I'm old school.
I'm not old-fashioned. It's just that when I was young, steampunk was new.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh God.
We really did dress that way. Yeah.
Oh man.
But
Oh gosh. Did you have your what do you call the pompadour or whatever the little
hey,
the hair
hey, look,
stuff?
just because I bought the beer for Methuselah's 21st birthday party.
Made by the Egyptians while they were building the pyramids. Yeah, I get you. Oh man. But yeah, it's
I mean, look, I told Pharaoh, I told him, you know, having the overseers
yeah.
replace with crocodiles was not a good idea.
Uh-huh.
Yes, it will keep the workers moving, but the crocodiles don't care who they bite.
Yeah, and if you lose a slave or lose a worker, I mean,
Yeah,
you
but
got to.
they probably you lose the overseers.
Oh yeah. Oh, point taken. Point taken.
Yeah,
Once
I mean
again.
that's the problem. You don't care about losing the slave here and there.
Yeah, they're
They're a
replacing.
dime a dozen. The
Yeah,
problem is
replace.
you don't want the overseers getting their legs chopped off.
Yeah, yeah, true. Yeah, yeah. It's
That's inefficient.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's good to be the overseer. It's kind of like you know, uh, my favorite.
Actually, of course, you have to understand the pyramids were not built by slaves.
No, no, they're built by UFOs. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, that's right. Actually, no, it was conscript labor, but they were free. They were free laborers. They got paid, and they actually had kind of a weird pension plan.
Uh
Uh,
huh.
if they got too old to work, or they became injured, and they had a lot of injuries from those rocks, and also
I
the
can
UFOs.
imagine.
The engineers from the UFOs weren't very bright. They'd forgotten how to work with rock.
Yeah, exactly,
And so
exactly.
they slip occasionally off the tractor beam and fall on somebody. Yeah, but yeah, so you've got somebody on some star somewhere, and he's got this T-shirt that has a picture of the pyramid. That says, "I went to Earth and I left them a paperweight."
Oh, jeez. Oh, speaking of UFOs, Josh should be out in the middle of the desert right now, outside of Las
That's right.
Vegas, with
Right
a.
now, outside of Las Vegas, there should be this bright light in the sky, followed by a large sucking noise, and we'll never see or hear from Josh again.
Oh, jeez. I mean, I worked on two of these projects with Josh, and
Yeah,
I just kind of like I was sweating bullets there. I was thinking, oh, either I'm going to be a hero or I'm going to be an idiot, one or the
yeah,
other, or a combination thereof.
a
And
combination thereof.
okay, and I mean, fortunately, I was successful. This one, I'm kind of wondering third time's the
I
charm.
don't know. I don't know what's going to happen to him this time. I really don't.
Yeah, yeah. I got
I
to text.
I generally have a rule, and if I'm going to do something spectacular, I don't tell anybody I'm going to do it in advance.
Well, it's pretty close to tea time here, so I figure that it would it's a little who knows, but yeah, I'm anxious to see what happens, and yeah, he did bring up my name in that podcast, so
Well, that was very nice of him.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So we'll
Well,
see
that's
what happens. I mean,
mm,
like I say, I'm looking forward to the large sucking noise, and then the two people go on. And Josh is
oh
standing there, and he's thinking, "What?" And the voice came in, "Sorry, we're full."
yeah, yeah. My only advice to Josh right now is stay well hydrated. But anyway,
But the point is that yeah, I will see what happens. We'll find out.
mm. Yeah, they got apparently news media, the news camera or whatever is going to be down there.
Oh
On it.
God, if
Oh,
this thing doesn't work, he's going to be so embarrassed.
oh, it's going to be like that one museum over there in Las Vegas. Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
exactly. Yeah, I mean, sure.
you and I were
This is
involved
my
in.
point. Yeah, this is why I never say in advance I'm going to do something, because what if it doesn't work?
Yeah, exactly. Well, we can always edit this podcast before we release it to the general
Yeah.
public.
No, it's
Oh,
going to come on just as we're saying it. We're going to see what happens by the
yeah,
time.
yeah. I mean, yeah, because it's going to be
We
long
don't know
enough
right
for
now.
everybody else hears it. Yeah.
We don't know. I mean, it could be. He could. Hey, it could work out very well for him. We don't know.
It may happen. It may
It
happen.
might happen. Like I say, you
You
know,
know,
they
go ahead.
could. They're getting ready to surprise 400,000 people at Area 51 next September. Who
Uh,
knows? It's going to be flying over Las Vegas for a while.
I think this kind of started as sort of a bit of a practical joke,
I
and
think it started as a joke, and now you got people taking it seriously. Now,
exactly.
if
Yeah.
if the Department of Defense had any brains in their heads, which is Yeah, right. Hmm.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh
they
yeah.
basically they would have this thing set up so the people approaching this mob approaching Area 51. You've got the helicopters going over. You've got the drones flying around. You've got jet fighters flying right over their heads. You got all this stuff, and then they get to the towards the gates, and there are tanks waiting. A screen of tanks. You can't see beyond them. And they think, oh, now what's going to happen? What happens is as soon as they get to the gate, the tanks move away, the gates swing open, and there is an amusement park set up, or
Uh-huh.
like a state fair. And they've got this big animated alien waving, welcome, welcome to
Uh,
Area 51.
oh geez. You
Yeah.
know, well, I guess officially it's still a military
Oh yeah,
research
it is. It's
base.
a military base. People are, it's top secret. No one's supposed to go there. But I mean, this would be hilarious if they did that.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? But can you imagine? Now what do we do?
Oh man. Oh geez. I tell you, I don't know what to say about that. I really don't. It's not exactly the brightest thing I've ever heard of people doing, and
I
I
think
mean,
it's the dumbest thing I've ever heard of people.
yeah.
But I think that would be the perfect way to handle it.
What's it? Keanu Reeves is behind it too. He's kind of like kind of rooting them on. I'm thinking, yeah, the only way I would go there is if Keanu Reeves was Johnny Wick, and he was fully armed,
You
and he was in front
never,
of
you would
me.
never get me into something like that. But like I say, I think that'd be fun. And then have exhibits. Like how we established our base on Mars in 1985, and it's still there. It's disguised as the face on Mars. You see,
Oh,
it's a
right.
base.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
and
Uh
and we have a model of the wormhole we used to go to visit Alpha Centauri, and
huh.
just have fun, make things up, and
Oh,
leave
geez.
these poor credulous people wondering what they just seen.
Oh, geez. That's just incredible. That's just incredible. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? But yeah, that kind of stuff it amazes me what kind of gets going. What gets going on the internet, and
Oh, you get
yeah,
something going. Yeah, people get very strange.
apparently so. But yeah, if they do decide to make this happen, it'd probably be worth the drive. And I repeat the drive because I sure as shit am not going to fly out there. Just to get on a hill somewhere with a high powered pair of binoculars and watch the freak show.
It would be a freak show, all right. Yeah.
Oh man.
But like
I
I
mean,
say, that would be the way to handle it. Turn it into an equivalent of a state fair.
oh,
You
have
have the food, have the carnival, have the food booths, have the entertainment, bands all over the place, and
oh
and
yeah.
exhibits, fun exhibits,
Oh yeah, I agree with you. I agree.
mock-ups of super vehicles that actually have never even been conceived of, but they're there that people can gawk at.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
I mean, hell, T-shirt sales would go crazy. I mean, if you had the right T-shirt. Oh yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
T-shirts, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
like I say, have the one with the alien on another planet and say, I went to Earth and left them a paperweight.
Oh God. Jeez. Oh man. Oh
Well,
man.
that's what the pyramids are. They're basically big paperweights.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
Because what happened was the space aliens realized that the Earth was wobbling really weird. And if something wasn't done to fix that, the Earth would go flying out of its orbit and crash into their planet.
Oh
Well, they knew
really?
that. So they basically went and they built the pyramids so the Earth would stop wobbling.
Uh huh.
Mhm. And if people believe that, they'll believe anything.
Okay. All right. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh jeez. Oh hey, I did some more research on the Statue of Liberty Mandela effect thing, and I found out some interesting facts. Let me ask you a question, since you're such
But
a history buff and all that good stuff. Uh, what's the name of the island that the Statue of Liberty is located on?
some weird name, Bedloe Island or some such silly thing.
Oh, really? The answer I was talking to a
What
New
answer
York.
do you have? Because I honestly don't, I used
Oh,
to know it.
it's
All I
Liberty
know
Island.
is they ruined a perfectly good star fort from the 18th century to put that ugly statue on it.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell you first thing. I asked a New Yorker, a person who actually was born in New York City, okay, and who has been to the Statue of Liberty.
That's
And they
kind of
said,
embarrassing.
yeah, yes, yeah, I know. They said it's just kind of like, it's more of a tourist thing. And they just went there because of the elementary school,
They had
field
nothing
trip.
better to do with their time, so yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. But
Let's go see the ugly statue that the French didn't want. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, and I asked the very same question. What's the name of the island that the Statue of Liberty is on? And the response was Ellis Island.
No.
Well, no, it's not Ellis Island. The actual island it's located on is Liberty Island. And guess where Liberty Island is located at? Is it located in New
In the
York or New?
water.
Oh no. Is it located
It's
within
in
the
the
borders?
water. It's an
Nope.
island. It's in the water.
No, but is it located within the borders of New York or New Jersey?
How the hell should I know?
New Jersey.
In some of those East Coast areas. Yeah.
Yeah, it's located right there on the border of the. It's on the other side of the line in New Jersey. It's not even in New York.
Is that like the Jersey Devil?
Hey, man, hey, I'm just telling you. This is what I've read. This is my research.
That's nice. Yeah, that's nice. Have fun.
Yeah,
makes me happy.
Oh yeah, it did make me happy. I thought it was kind of interesting. I really did. But yeah, and they claim that nobody.
Hey, I'm a Chicago boy. I don't know from New York. Okay.
Yeah.
New York it's there. It's waiting to fall into the ocean. Who cares?
Yeah, and supposedly nobody could go into the torch for like over 100, almost 100 years because of the damage from the Black Tom explosion. Well, that is total BS because this person said, "Hey, I've been to the torch." Matter of fact, I talked to two people who have actually been to the torch. But if you look it up now, the torch was so severely damaged that nobody could go into the torch until the renovation.
Well, actually, what happens is it's a construction issue. The torch was badly built, like everything else. I mean,
yeah,
that doesn't matter.
Well, I mean, the same guy that was it Eiffel, the guy that built the Eiffel Tower. It's the same guy that engineered the Statue of Liberty. Is that correct, or you don't know?
I don't know. I don't think so, but
I think it's the same guy.
I don't think so. I don't know, but I know this: that it was built for the Suez Canal, and the French took one look at the ugly face on that thing and said, "We're not going to use this. Give it to the Americans. They'll take anything."
Yeah, so we decided
they'll take it. They don't care.
Yeah, so we decided to put it in the harbor right outside of New York City. Yeah. Oh, great.
Speaking of France, happy Bastille Day.
Oh, well, good for them. Good for them. Yeah, maybe they should reread their history books and get some good ideas.
They might. A reign of terror is always entertaining as long as you're not the one being terrorized.
Well, I got to give the French some kudos there because finally they're starting to wake up to the socialism stuff they got going on over there, and the Yellow Vest movement and that kind of thing. And so tip the hat to them because
no one's quite sure what's going on in France right now. It's France. I don't think anyone ever really knows what's going on over there.
Yeah, the leader.
I don't think anyone ever has.
The leader of that country, if memory serves me, is married to his grade school teacher. That's no joke. It's either kindergarten or grade school, one or the other.
That's different.
Yeah, it's definitely what you would call a winter-summer marriage.
That is very strange, but hey, it's their relationship. It makes them happy. It's none of my concern.
I know, but I just find it unusual for the man in question. That's all I gotta say.
I agree. I agree. It's not something I would do. I believe my kindergarten teacher was cute, but nevertheless, there was a considerable age difference.
Yeah, you were 5 and she was probably about 30. Yeah,
no, it was about 20. Actually, 22.
Oh.
Because you got to understand, we're talking in the mid-1950s.
Yeah. Things are a little different back then.
Basically, they were kids right out of college, elementary ed majors right out of college,
okay.
And they teach for maybe a year or two, and then they got married.
Oh, okay. All right.
So your average grade school teacher, at least in my part of the world, was in her early 20s. Okay. Except for old maid Miss Cesaroni, who was my 6th grade teacher, and she was 30.
Okay, so
that poor woman was ancient. I mean, Uh,
Okay, so this is like scholastic purgatory. I mean, you get
yeah,
your degree
yeah.
and you're just
Essentially, it's you got to understand, elementary ed majors aren't very bright.
okay.
Went out with one when I was in college. I was the poor girl in Switzerland had a navy.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not bright. These are the dumbest and the worst. Cute but dumb.
Oh man, I see. I don't even remember the last. I remember the first names because when I was a kid, I had two get kindergarten quote unquote teachers. One was Miss Barbara, and the other one was Miss Ruth. And I'd be damned if I remember what their last names were. That's all I ever knew
I
about.
think I can maybe remember the name of three or four if I really think about it.
Oh,
I have to really. I remember Miss Cesaroni because I did horrible things to her in sixth grade.
oh, in sixth grade.
In
Oh,
sixth
okay.
grade, and I drove her mad.
Oh man, tell
This
us
poor
more.
dear. I mean, think about this wonderful episode. I don't know if I've told you this. Yuri Gagarin got launched and got back. And believe me, everyone in this country was panic stricken.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
This was horrible.
Uh
This
huh.
is horrible beyond belief.
Right.
And when I was the kid in the class who was all interested in space and rockets and stuff like that. And so Miss Cesaroni said, well, Charles, what would you do? She's asking me this.
Mm-hmm.
An 11-year-old, what he's right. Okay. And I said, well, we have 7 astronauts. Yes, we have 7. Okay. We put one each in a capsule on top of a rocket and shoot them all into space. One of them is going to make it.
Yeah, it's just the odds. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Poor Miss Cesaroni.
Oh God,
I mean, the poor woman was gasping.
one of them's gonna make it. Oh
One
God.
of them's got to make it.
Oh jeez.
Basically, you've got these 7 lumps of essentially incredible stupidity. They're dumb enough to get put on top of a rocket and shot into space. Okay, we're not talking the great minds of the Western world here. Uh,
Oh,
if they get killed, we can have a nice funeral for them, everything, but it's no loss.
oh jeez. What was
Yeah.
the space mission where the rocket blew up on the pad and it killed the astronauts? What was
It
I think it
wasn't a
was
mission. They were testing it. The first
oh
Apollo 1,
Apollo 1.
January 26, 1967.
Oh, okay.
I know the date because that was the date of the Great Snow in Chicago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And what happened was they were testing this rocket, and they were using an all oxygen air supply for this thing.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, this is brilliant. This is your taxpayer dollars at work, And so, well, this is what they'd been using all along. Okay, nothing bad had happened. And so they were, and they were in the rocket and they were doing the testing stuff and on the pad, and a little fire broke out.
Oh, Jesus.
And it took a half second to not be a little fire, and Gus Grissom, true to his bad luck, and the other 2 astronauts were cooked. 2
Oh,
crispy critters.
wow.
Mhm.
Yeah, I remember after that, the astronauts wanted some safety, some kind of safety devices, whatever, built into the capsule, and they
No,
had,
they
explosive
didn't. What they
bolts.
wanted was to change the atmosphere.
Yeah, I think that's where they came across the having explosive bolts in the door, so they could blow the bolts out and move.
No, that was the problem. That was what happened to Virgil Grissom in the second Mercury flight. He came down in the water like he was supposed to, and he panicked, and he shot the emergency bolts and blew the door off, and the capsule sank.
Oh shit! You're right. You're right. Yeah, I remember that. The Right Stuff, the movie, The Right Stuff.
I don't know what really happened.
Oh God! And that is that
He never lived that one down, and then he ends up getting blown up for good.
Jeez,
like us.
man. I
Poor
think.
Virgil. Virgil Gus Grissom.
Oh, jeez. He
Yeah,
probably
he was.
he just He just didn't get the hint the first time around.
No, he didn't. And I can't understand anyone who would have been stupid enough to get in a capsule with him. But remember,
Oh,
these are astronauts. These are
mm,
people that will sit on top of a rocket and get shot into space.
yeah, the right stuff. Yep, yep, yep.
Yeah,
Oh well.
the right stuff means nothing between the ears.
Oh God. Yeah, either you got to be brave as hell or dumb as hell.
You got to be dumb as hell. I mean,
Uh,
really, in those days, it's not like that so much now, of course.
right,
They actually have things they have to do, and everything. Things are generally a lot safer
right, right,
in theory.
right.
Uh, but in those days, basically, they were just glorified monkeys.
Yeah, they're just test
They didn't
pilots.
want to admit it. And they got all weirded out about it. But basically, what the job of the original seven was to sit in that capsule, be shot into space, come down, hopefully alive, and be a good PR stunt.
Yeah, yeah,
That was their job.
yeah. No Buck Rogers.
They were
No
not
Buck.
pilots.
Yeah,
They were monkeys.
yeah, 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 yeah. I guess basically their job was to get more money for the NASA program.
Yeah, basically that's what it was. And also it was a PR thing, that we're not totally behind the Russians, and ended up behind the Russians.
Jeez.
I
Wow.
mean, that's what it was. It was huge. Can we get someone to the moon? Okay. Who do we
Mhm.
have to kill to get someone to the moon? All right. Because
Okay.
we assumed, actually, we were very surprised that we actually got to the moon without killing anybody except for poor Gus Grissom and his friends.
Ooh.
And that was on the accident on the ground, so it really didn't count. We didn't
Right,
lose any space.
right.
And at that point. And so, but that was the whole point of this. It was to get a man standing on the moon. So if worst came to worst, we could put a base on the moon and shoot missiles down at Russia.
Oh,
Because it
jeez.
was automatically assumed if they got there first, they would put up a base and shoot missiles down at us.
Oh, jeez. I tell you, that reminds me of the scariest thing I ever saw as a child. And I mean, just for whatever reason, it just creeped me out. This is like during the heart of the Cold War, and you would see this a Russian cosmonaut doing a spacewalk. You see the planet Earth right behind him, and he had that, was it CCCP?
Yeah,
Help. Yeah,
USSR in Curling.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And I tell you, I don't know what it was. Just something about that scene just it scared the living hell out of me.
Well, I will tell you, when I was a boy, I was 13 years old. We're talking January of 1963,
Mm-hmm.
eighth grade. They had this little magazine they gave us. It was called Read.
Okay.
And it was a little kids magazine, and
Right.
Scholastic Press put it out. Nothing
Mhm.
scholastic about it, but that was the company. And they
Right.
did one issue. It was a space issue,
Okay.
and they had as one of their illustrations the astronauts on the moon shooting the missiles at the Earth.
Oh, okay.
Everything was assumed,
Right, right.
I mean, the prototype of the space shuttle was a thing called the X-20, dinosaur for dynamic soaring.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the first thing. That was the first space shuttle idea.
Mm-hmm.
It never actually got into space, I don't think. They never actually built it as an operational thing. But it was assumed that thing would be armed. That it would have rockets for fighting in orbit.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's how everybody thought back then. So when the Russians got a man into space first, oh my God. Well, the Russians, of course, used my method. Put the big monkeys on top of the rocket, shoot it off, and one of them's got to make it.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. Yeah, I remember. And when they came back to Earth, they didn't land in the ocean. They landed on
No, they landed on
land.
the ground, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
Russians
Oh,
didn't do ocean landings. They landed on the ground.
wow.
But there's a lot of Russia.
Yeah, true. True. You okay?
People, I'm having a coffee attack. Okay.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, well, it happens. I mean, too much. This summer air is not good for me.
Oh, geez. High pollen count up there?
No, we don't really. Well, we might now, but we've had our rain. We had all those rains earlier. But there's just a lot of stuff in the air,
Yeah, yeah.
and I'm old. And so,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're falling apart.
But yeah, I mean, the space program. I mean, yeah, I remember the day Sputnik went up.
Oh, geez.
Oh God, you want to see national terror?
Gee. And I think all this thing did was just like send back a pre-recorded tone over and
Yeah,
over
that
again.
was it. But the fact that it was there,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
I mean, that was it. And Eisenhower went on television the next night to try to reassure the country and everything. Well, what had happened was we would have been in orbit first. The problem was that the mission of putting a satellite in orbit was given to the Navy.
Oh,
By the Navy, God alone knows. So they had the Vanguard program,
okay.
and they couldn't get that thing to work. It kept blowing up on the launching pad. If one of those had worked, we'd have been in orbit a month before the Russians.
Don't they know they should have gotten a German scientist behind this?
It didn't matter. They were just idiots, whoever was doing the Vanguard program.
Okay, gotcha.
But whoever gave it to the Navy was a pack of idiots, because the Navy can never do anything right.
Yeah, they should have
But
given it to
anyway.
the Air Force. Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah.
So they gave it to the Air Force. That was Eisenhower stepped in, gave it to the Air Force,
Uh-huh.
and said, "You get a missile and you get it up there, and I don't care how." And so they put together the Jupiter program, the
Okay.
Explorer satellite, using the Jupiter rocket, and they got a satellite into orbit that January.
Good for them.
Oh yeah, and it was better than the Russian Sputniks. It was better. It was a better satellite. But the point is that it was, we should have been in orbit first.
Yeah, yeah. So basically,
the thing kept blowing up.
yeah. So basically, because of your bureaucratic stupidity,
Some idiot bureaucrat in the Pentagon.
yeah, yeah. Oh, you can say
Mhm.
that about a lot of things. I mean, I tell you, Chuck, and really, I don't think I'm over exaggerating. Anything the government gets involved in, it's going to cost twice as much. It's going to take twice as long, and it's going to be probably half as good, and it won't work. Exactly.
Mhm.
And it just astounds me that there are people out there that think that that the government is perfect for this kind of job, or perfect for running their lives. I'm just thinking, you really just
You name it, the government will wreck it.
oh God, ah, not anti-government, just stating fact. So it's just I believe in a very small government. I'm kind of like I take the same mindset that our forefathers do, and basically it's up to you as to what you do with your life.
Basically, I believe that if it doesn't fly up into space, or
Uh-huh.
you can't blow something up with it, the government should not be spending money on it.
Right, right, exactly. It's incredible. It's incredible. I get frustrated just reading the news, or
I don't
what
read
have
the
you.
news. I don't watch the news. I want nothing to do with the news.
Oh, okay. All
The
right.
only time I put the news on is in the winter when we need to know the weather.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I remember you were telling me.
Otherwise, I couldn't kill us. I have not watched national news in God, I don't know how long.
Oh, I don't watch that propaganda.
And I don't want, and the local news, when, like I say, we have it on because of the weather. Otherwise, it's muted. They have nothing to say that I could. I don't care if the mayor of Milwaukee has diarrhea today. Okay? You know, I don't care if their silly little choo-choo isn't working right.
oh, jeez. Yeah.
It doesn't interest me. I cannot imagine why I would possibly care about some performer at some festival. You don't waste my time with this.
I tend to agree. I tend to agree with you. I despise local news also.
I
The only thing,
despise it. I don't dislike it. I despise it. I have nothing but contempt for it.
yeah. I mean, the only thing I really care about from the local news, number one, like you said, the weather, and number two, traffic. Where's the wreck at, so I can avoid it and not be stuck with the rest of the other idiots, out in the interstate. And so,
Yeah, well, see, I don't even worry about traffic
yeah.
because,
Well, I drive.
I'm retired. I don't have to worry about that.
Oh, okay.
I can sit here and I can hear the banging noises in the distance, and something interesting is happening on the highway.
Oh, jeez.
And watch the helicopters go. But otherwise, it's yeah. So I don't worry about that at all.
Yeah.
Because if I'm on the road, it's going to be the time of day where traffic isn't going to be heaviest.
Right, right.
unless something horrible has happened.
Oh,
Uh,
geez. Well, what?
I
I
don't
mean,
drive in rush hour.
yeah.
I mean,
Well,
you went hey, when you picked us up to go to the restaurant, you saw our rush hour.
oh, really? That wasn't that bad.
Yeah,
That was
no, it
actually,
wasn't. Remember how much trouble we had getting onto the road to get to the restaurant?
yeah. Well, it wasn't really that bad. We just had to make a U-turn, and we had to kind of go with the flow of the traffic a little bit, and kind of
That's
make a
the point.
U.
But yeah, I mean, this is traffic can get pretty bad around that time.
Yeah.
But when I'm on the road, there isn't anywhere near that kind of traffic.
Ah.
So
Well, when's
and if the weather is bad, I'm not on the road.
when's rush hour in Chicago? Is it what is it like
Rush hour in Chicago, well, okay, if I can remember, would be from about 3 in the afternoon to about 7 at night.
oh, geez.
Yeah,
So so basically, you got about oh God, so you got 4
yeah.
hours there where you just
You have got to be if you're going down to some place in Chicago, you have to be there before 3.
wow.
Now I'm driving 80 miles. I should be able to manage that, right? You know.
Well, it is you. Yeah, I
Yeah.
would say
I mean, it's
yeah.
not that difficult. I mean, usually, we run into, the final stretch before we get off the tollway at O'Hare Field, it can back up.
Oh, okay,
But
okay.
otherwise, usually, unless, like I say, they're doing something horrible with construction or there's been a bad accident, it's not a problem. We're
Yeah,
talking a half drive.
yeah. So when you're driving down the interstate, do you make sure you have one of your blinkers on? I'm just
No,
wondering. Okay, all right, all right. I didn't know. I didn't know if you're one of those guys.
no,
Okay, all right, fair enough. All right.
no. I try to be as invisible as possible.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 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 yeah. You wouldn't stand out in the crowd. That's true.
Yeah, I would. I mean, yeah, they see me coming. No, 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 no. I can live without that excitement.
Okay. Oh man.
I
But
don't know if I've ever seen anyone actually doing that.
oh, you always see like
Is
especially
that
like
common down in the hill country there?
well, I think for the older folks, it's more common than it is for the younger ones.
I don't. Hey, I'm an older folk, and you know.
Go to Florida, but oh
Well,
hell,
Florida's different. They're not human down there.
yeah. Oh geez, I mean,
That's all Canadians. I mean, what do you
oh
expect?
God, I went down to Miami, and I got to say, I would say about 90% of the people there were from Cuba.
Hmm.
People I saw, about
Probably.
90% of them were Cuban.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and
If they
some
went away from Castro, they had to go somewhere.
and I think they got their driver's license in Cuba.
They
Uh,
might have.
oh
Hey,
God,
it could be worse. They could have gotten their driver's license in India.
oh geez, I mean, that they were some of the worst drivers I've ever seen. I think the other bad drivers that I've seen is over in Louisville, Kentucky, and I
Hmm.
think they probably most of them are drinking and driving. I think it's just
Well,
it's just
people up here drive pretty good, except they do have a habit of running stoplights.
oh really?
Hmm. Before I moved up here, I never saw anyone actually deliberately run a stoplight.
Now they do.
Up here in Wisconsin, you look really careful because, yeah, they do. They will
And
charge right through it.
and they were doing this before the days of texting and cell phones, right?
Oh, yeah, they didn't have texting in those days, no.
Oh God.
People do
Well,
normally have teletypes in their cars.
well, I like I said, I mean, it was when I was up there, it was I can't really complain. The drivers seemed fairly normal to me.
Yeah, that's like I say, we don't, that's the one weirdness up here. Yeah. And that's one thing I never saw down in Chicago.
yeah,
Nobody ran a red light.
yeah, yeah. Oh man, those people are crazy though on a interstate. They do not slow down if they don't have to. I mean, they will
No,
go
oh
as
no, you don't. You go. And you know why you go? Because if you don't, someone behind you is going to kill you.
yeah, exactly, exactly. Oh, I remember one time I went through. Speaking of, I went through Chicago one time. It was a straight shot. It was going up to your part of the country. I think it was going to a place called Libertyville.
Oh, I know Libertyville well.
Okay, yeah, I was going to Libertyville. So, and silly me, I was going straight through Chicago to get to it because this seemed like the shortest route on the map. And
What?
yeah, yeah, dummy. and some little crackhead threw a piece of cinder block off the bridge to try to go through my windshield.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was just thinking, okay, so somebody welcomed me to Chicago. Great.
This is yeah, but no, you don't drive through the city if you can avoid it. That is stupid.
Yeah, I mean, it was like at 12 o'clock at night. I figured, oh,
Yeah,
it'd be cool.
no. The
Oh, yeah.
tri-state would have taken you right to Libertyville.
Well, again, that was before I knew you, Chuck. I would have asked you
Yeah,
for directions.
yeah, that's true. But yeah, because I had a girlfriend who lived in Libertyville,
Uh-huh.
and so I was out there every week for a year.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So yeah,
Oh, man. I tell you. But, yeah,
very
that is,
strange girl in very strange town.
oh, the strange ones are the best. Just,
Hmm?
I'm, from what I hear.
What what are you talking about?
you know, for what men chase after women for, that kind of a thing.
Well, actually, this was a kind of it was an odd relationship. We had met at the Renaissance Fair and we hit it off,
Right.
but it was just well. Anyway, there's a whole long, unpleasant story about her.
Oh, okay.
Life.
Was she
I should
calling
have killed
cops
those
on you?
parents.
Did she call
I
you?
will tell you in all honesty, if I'd known what was really going on with that family,
Oh,
I would have used my machine and I would have killed those parents.
oh, is that one of those deals? The parents are messed up.
This was bad. This was bad. They drove that girl insane.
Oh shit! And you got to get the repercussions of it.
Oh
Okay.
yeah. I mean this chick. I mean they. I learned to hate veterans.
Really?
Hmm.
You
I
said,
learned to hate the dumbest generation.
was he a Marine by chance?
Huh?
What branch of the service, or what branch of service was he in?
He was in the Navy.
Oh, okay. I thought it'd been. I've heard a
No,
lot of.
no. He
Yeah.
wasn't smart enough to be a Marine.
Okay.
These people made Archie Bunker and Edith look smart. Okay.
Oh, oh, jeez. Oh man, one of
And
those.
yeah, they were the scum of the earth.
Really?
And I didn't know it. I couldn't see it. I
Yeah.
couldn't because I didn't know what was going on.
Right.
And
Right.
in all honesty, I didn't know till after they were dead. And she and I went out, and I heard the story of her life. And I should have killed them.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
should have I should have exploded their hearts.
Yeah.
I should have put my gone home one night after seeing her, put on my helmet, and exploded their hearts like my mother did Aunt Fran.
Oh God. Wow. Yeah.
Vile people, absolutely vile.
Jeez, man. Wow. Yeah, I can imagine some of the crap that child went through.
Oh,
Mm-mm-mm.
yeah, it was horrible. It was horrible. She was 16 years old,
Uh,
and the family had already decided that she was going to be the caretaker for everybody.
oh shit.
So they,
Cinderella.
so the father arranged for her to go to a veterans hospital to cheer up the wounded soldiers.
Oh God.
They did this to a 16-year-old kid.
Wow.
Her brain was so screwed up that she honestly couldn't handle when they died. She when they died, she had no purpose in life, and she didn't know what to do with herself. She tried to commit suicide.
Jeez.
And then I ran in. Well, they fixed her up from that, and then I ran into her at the Renaissance Fair that next summer,
Right.
and she was spouting lunacy. She was telling me all these things that are just not true, and because I knew they weren't true, I knew her.
Right. Right.
And they were absolute lunacy. And the girl I was actually supposed to be with was listening and said, "My God," she was believing it all. And I said, we're in the car going back home, and I said to her, "No, Kathleen, no, she is crazy. She is living in a dream world. None of that she told told us was true. Because
Damn.
half what she told us about was supposedly would have been when she and I were going together.
Right. Right. Right.
But her timeline was so screwed up, she didn't realize that. And then a few months later, I talked to her on the phone, and she said, I was absolutely out of my mind, and yeah, and then, like I say, ultimately, I found out about everything, and
Wow.
I said, if they had been still alive, they wouldn't have been within 24 hours.
Yeah. I agree with you. I just
That
can't
machine would have been going, and they'd have gone boom.
Yeah, it goes back to the prime directive, assholes and bullies. And so, oh God, man.
And these people were, they were both.
Jeez.
Vile does not describe that family.
Wow. I'll tell you. Well, it looks like we've had another wonderful hour of conversation.
Oh yeah, I've given.
I hope we've given
entertained by this time. Yeah.
Yeah. I hope we've given everybody their money's worth, since it didn't cost anything.
I hope so. Considering what we're charging for them, I think we're getting their money's worth.
Oh man, but yeah, like I said, it's just as we said in the show here, this Tommy Robinson thing is really wiped my ass and it's chapped my butt.
Oh, you've got
I know.
You've got the equipment.
Yeah. I just all I gotta say is, if Winston Churchill was alive today, what would he say about all this crap?
He'd probably be so drunk he wouldn't care.
Oh man, but he could give a good speech. I gotta admit, the guy was a good motivational speaker. He really was.
They all gave good speeches at that time.
Yeah. They
could actually taught how to do that in school.
Yeah, I mean they could spell. They had good punctuation. They knew how to put a word or form sentences and phrases. And I mean, unlike today, it's just basically autocorrect. But yeah, what are you going to do? All right, my friend. Well, anyway, on that note.
Okay, so then let's see. All right, we will end this in 3, 2, 1. Good night, people.